Yo, what up, everybody? As you can tell from the title today, we're simulating March Madness on NBA 2K24, but not just regular March Madness. This is all-time March Madness, as you can see from the rosters right here. Shout out to geronimomane on PS5. He made the roster. I went and added some teams, and then simulated the season for 81 different teams, grabbed their records, and seeded them for the big dance. And we're going to jump right into some of these highlights from the conference championship weekend. Starting out here in the Big East, we got Ray Allen at the line, knocking down a free throw for 7th-seeded UConn, who's come all the way out of this tournament. They weren't a tournament team, and wow, Allen Iverson knocks down a three. 1-point game, but Kemba Walker's going to dribble out the clock, and him and Ray Allen lead UConn to an unbelievable run through this Big East tournament. Jumping over to the ACC, we got Duke inbounding the ball down three in the ACC tournament. Get the ball into Kyrie for three. Oh my God, yo, he's going crazy. Got the ball to Mike. What's MJ gonna do with it? Grant Hill guarding him. Step back. Yo, that's some goat shit, bro. I can't. Carolina. Duke's got one more shot for the win. Into Tatum for three. It's no good. And Carolina's gonna walk away with the ACC title behind a 22-point outing for Michael Jordan and the game winner. It's like Mike. Over to the SEC, Anthony Edwards, Dominique Wilkins, and Georgia just upset Kentucky to get to the SEC championship game. But it was not enough against Pistol Pete, Shaq, and the guys. Shaq at 25-9, Pistol Pete cooked, and LSU is probably just locked in a 1 seed, win the SEC title. Over to the Big Ten, we got a close game on our hands. 50 seconds left. Ohio State, Michigan, a tie game. Mike Conley down to Greg Oden for two. And they get a stop. Mike Conley coming down, kicking to Havlicek. They get another bucket, up 4 with 30 seconds, and that'll do it as they knock down free throws and win the Big Ten championship. Chris Webber did his thing, but Ohio State is going to hoist that Big Ten trophy, and they're looking for a high seed in this tournament, looking to make some damage behind Mike Conley, Michael Redd, Greg Oden, all the guys. In the Big 12 championship, Trae Young and Blake Griffin are too much for Kevin Durant and the Longhorns as they hoist up the Big 12 title, and they'll look to make a run as well. Washington has gone on a huge run during this Pac-12 tournament, getting themselves to the final. They probably have earned a spot in the big dance, but it wasn't enough. Isaiah Thomas had 36 points, but his teammates could not keep it going against this high-powered UCLA offense, who's going to be the overall #1 seed in March. Now it's time to jump to these mid-major conference championships. We'll start in the Patriot League. David Robinson drops 27 and 9, put Navy on his back to battle off Holy Cross, who's led by Bob Cousy, who had 38 points and 11 rebounds. Navy, see if they're a threat to a 1 seed. They got David Robinson, one of the best big men in the country, but they don't have much else. We're jumping to the American now, where we got Derrick Rose and Penny Hardaway dunking all over this bad Tulsa team, and they dominated the whole American Conference all year. It was theirs to lose. Derrick Rose had 16 and 8 assists. Penny Hardaway had 22 and 6, and this was their tournament to lose. They're going to have a pretty high seed in this tournament. We got a back-and-forth battle on our hands in the Missouri Conference Championship between Larry Bird and Indiana State, John Morant and Murray State. These two going back and forth all night. This is basically a play-in game for the tournament. Neither of these teams will make it despite their good records and their star play. We're jumping in. A minute 40. Larry's got takeover, up by 3, and he puts them up 5. Larry is dominating this game. Up 5. John Morant pulling up in transition for 3 is good. John Morant's giving this game everything he's got. His teammates are on his back. As you just saw in that corner, he's averaging 32 points. And I don't even know who that is, but he's getting buckets for ISU. And Ja getting to the rim with a nice lay her. Okay, Ja, I see you. My boy's on a mission. But Indiana State's going to knock down free throws, leaving him with one good chance. You're giving it to 34 from way too far out of his range. You're giving it back to 34, and he's still not making it. And that'll do it, as Indiana State's going to go back to the line and clinch themselves a spot in the tournament, winning the Missouri Valley Conference. And, I guess Ja's going to go back to the trenches. Paul George and Fresno State are taking on the #1 seed in the Mountain West, and they rally them. Fresno beats them 121-109 to clinch their spot behind PG, a 55-point performance. Larry Johnson also had 26 and 11, but it wasn't enough for Fresno State. So they're going to hold up that Mountain West trophy, and they're going to be dancing. And our last conference tournament is the West Coast Conference. We got San Francisco finishing their season 33-3, led by Bill Cartwright with 26, as well as Bill Russell, double-double to get past Gonzaga. Gonzaga's got a lot of talent, but San Francisco dominated the West Coast Conference, and they're going to lock in a top 3 seed for sure. There we go. Now it's the moment you guys have all been waiting for. We got 16 versus 16. The field has been announced. We got play-in games. It's a Tuesday night. You're watching the play-in, and you're treated to watch Steph Curry and Dame Lillard go at it for a shot to play Kentucky in the first round. As we're getting Dame involved, coming off a screen to take the 3-point lead. A minute goes by with no scoring. Steph Curry's dribbling. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and the lane opens up for Steph as they take a 1-point lead. Weber State comes out of the timeout, gets the ball right to Dame as he finds his teammate, takes a 3, no good, rebound Davidson. Steph's got the ball, 30 seconds, up 1, finds his teammate for 3, and it's good. That might be the dagger. That might send Davidson to the next round as they get the ball in to Dame. Steph playing defense. Dame's friend takes the layup. Dame's got to start shooting. Oh, man, they just lost this game. Knock down the free throw, get the ball to somebody who probably didn't play for Weber State. But shit. Steph at the line to ice the game. You got free throw. First one is no good. Second one was. And them boys are going to pass them up. Steph dropped 34 and 8 assists. Dame dropped 50. And going over to the next playing game, we got 2 16s. George Gervin threw up 38 points for Eastern Michigan, but it wasn't enough to overcome Tim Hardaway, Nate Archibald, and the boys from UTEP as they're going to advance, winning the game 112-95. Nate Archibald dropped a nice 30 points, and Tim Hardaway had 25, 9, and 13. Going to the 11 seeds, we got Pitt getting the ball to Steven Adams for the dunk. Charles Barkley tried to carry Auburn, but his 22 points and 11 rebounds were not enough. Pitt dominated. They won by 20, and they're going to move on to face Gonzaga in the next round. Charles Barkley dapping up his boys. He's got to get to the booth and commentate this tournament because he didn't make it, and Shaq's going to let him know. Shaq, 1 seed Shaq, will let him know. Next game, we got Villanova winning a hard-fought battle against Sidney Moncrief, who dropped 18 in Arkansas. Led by the backcourt of Jalen Brunson and Kyle Lowry, Villanova wins this one 97-88, and they're going to move on to the next round. Now we're taking you guys to the North region, or the Midwest region. We got 6 seed Arizona State going up against 11 seed Georgia Tech. Tie game, getting the ball to Chris Bosh. And what do you guys think, man? First round? Comment below. Let me know who you guys think. I know you guys didn't really get a chance to see every team, but let me know before the tournament starts who you got, and let me know, is your favorite team. Let me know if you're disappointed. Let me hear. Engage in the comments. Let me know who your favorite team is. And let me know who you got winning an all-time college basketball tournament. But we got Arizona State down 2. James Harden with the shot, and it's good. 2 seconds left. Georgia Tech's got a chance to win. They get it to Favors from deep. It's no good, and we got overtime in game number 1 in the first round. We got Stephon Marbury going at James Harden. It's no good. And Arizona State came all the way back. They got a 3-point lead in OT. Mark Price for 3. It's no good, and they're going to get fouled, and this game is likely over. Arizona State knocking down a free throw, fat lever. What a game. We already got OT action in the first game. Georgia Tech, Chris Bosh put up 33 and 12, but it wasn't enough for Arizona State. In the next matchup, Paul George stays red hot, scoring 28, 7, and 6, but it wasn't enough for the Bulldogs to overcome the Spartans. Michigan State wins 112-81. 5 seed of Michigan State's going to advance to the next round. The PG legend is born, continues. He's thriving in the tournament, but he just simply didn't have the team. Michigan State's got troops. They got dogs. Magic Johnson led him to a national title. He's looking to get him right back, and they feel they're underseeded as a 5. You got DePaul in the 8-9 against Texas A&M, trading some shots. You got Chris Middleton, Texas A&M. taking the big L, 101-75. Rod Strickland pitches in 20-7 for DePaul, and they're going to move on to play the 1 seed. Well, if they win, if LSU can hold on. We got Zion and Duke running through our opponent. Steve Nash dropped a nice little respectable 20 and 5 assists, but Santa Clara was just not enough for Duke, because Santa Clara actually had a decent squad, but they didn't want to see Duke in the first round. We got 2-seeded Georgetown. Allen Iverson scoring 25, 5 assists, 5 steals. Georgetown passed Washington State. Clay couldn't do it himself. They lose 119-94. And then next round, Oscar Robinson scores a nice little 33 and 9 assists to push Cincy past Providence, 109-94. And we got a 4-point game on our hands. LSU's in some trouble. Larry Bird and Stay Hot. Excuse me, for 3. Larry's friend. Wow, for 3, 5-point game. Oh, man. You're going to be running through these. Shaq with a nice little dunk. 3-point game. This has already been this is the first game of this region that's worth showing you guys. They all been blowouts, but Larry's gonna dunk. 5-point game with 50 seconds. The 1 seed is in trouble. Mamada Duraouf over to Pistol Pete with a nice little bank shot. 45 seconds on the clock, down to 30. And LSU gets a stop that they need. Calls the timeout. They got the ball. 25 seconds. They're down 3. And they got Shaq on the slip. They hit him. Shaq dunks it. 1-point game. 20 seconds. They're staying in this game. You got to get the ball to Larry Bird. They don't. This guy, Stevenson, knocks down 2 free throws. We got 18 seconds. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf got the ISO on the sideline. He's into the paint. He's dribbling out of control. Ben Simmons to Pistol Pete. Pump fake. The shot's up. It's good. We're tied. 7 seconds. Pistol Pete, bro. He's on one. All-time leading scorer. He came out the grave because Caitlin Clark. You don't know what's going on. He just knows he needs to win. The ball's into Larry Bird. Little layup is no good. Wow, we got overtime. Again, we got overtime. 124, a minute left. The ball keeps going to Stevenson instead of Larry, and now it's paying off for LSU. Not letting Larry get shots. Abdul Rauf on the pull-up is good, up 2. 50 seconds left. Got Hansborough right off the field. Gets it to Larry. Larry pump fakes, goes up with the right, and he misses. Dang, Larry can't knock these shots down. Abdul Rauf looking to dribble the clock out, and he alley-oops it to Shaq, and that's a dagger. That's going to do it. 4-point game, 13 seconds. The Magic might be up for Indiana State. We got 1 shot. They inbound it to Bird. They immediately double team. He dumps it off to his boy. Dishes it out to Hansborough. Takes a bad 3. No good. And that'll do it. LSU's going to run out of this with the win. Squeaking by to advance to play DePaul in the next round. They're excited. They didn't need it to be this close. Shaq went crazy. Shaq just dropped a light 30 and 11. And Larry Bird, I know he had his takeover. He dropped a tournament record 67 points. That's kind of ridiculous, as long as he had 11 rebounds as well. Isaiah Thomas, 6-seeded Washington, going at it with 11-seed Darren Williams and Illinois. Darren Williams was putting in pain. 38 and 6 assists for Darren Williams. Isaiah dropped 33. Brandon Roy did his thing, but at the end it wasn't enough. 115-99 is the score. Illinois is going to be an upset against Washington, and they're going to move on. And then we got Florida, Louisville, 7-10. Donovan Mitchell is putting in pain right now. We got a battle at the 2-guard position with Bradley Beal. And we got a back-and-forth battle right here. 7 versus a 10. I don't know, man. Who do you guys like? 7 versus 10s. It can go either way. This year I like Dayton. They got a nice couple scores. We got 18 seconds in this game. But this year I like Dayton. I like Drake as a 10. I think I like a healthy mix of both. They missed a free throw. 4-point game. Let me lock in. 17 seconds. Get the ball into Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell stops at the block. He gets fouled. Made the first free throw. The second free throw is up, and it's good. 13 seconds left. Joakim Noah inbounding. Gets the ball into Bradley Beal, who's going to be fouled. He makes the first, and he makes the second. It's looking like it's over. 12 seconds. Louisville, quick inbound for 3. Daryl Griffith is good. Down 1. 10 seconds. You got a foul again. You're going to get a shot to win this game. They get the ball in to Bradley Beal. Oh, he throws it to Wes Unseld. He's trying to get it to Jason Williams. Wes Unseld is not a shooter, but he's out there. He had his man on the cut for the win. He hit his boy Bridgman, Junior Bridgman, for the win. It's good. Junior Bridgman at the buzzer. It's March. My boy knocked that shit down. Stepped up in the clutch. Oh my God. Larry Johnson and UNLV back at it after being tested. They got Wake Forest in the first round, 5 seed UNLV, 13 or 12 seed Wake Forest going at it. But Wake Forest had a rough regular season. I don't know what it was, but they almost didn't make the tournament. They got thrown in as a 12 seed. And Tim Duncan and CP3 put up ridiculous numbers. 12 seed advances. We got 2 back-to-back upsets. We got Syracuse and Georgia in the 8-9 matchup in the Carrier Dome. Carmelo Anthony representing for Syracuse, putting on against Anthony Edwards and Dominique, who are hot. But even this windmill and a 38-point game from Edwards and 22 from Wilkins isn't enough to stop Melo, who drops 32. And the Syracuse Orange, who get the dub 105-95. And they're going to advance to play UCLA in the next round. I don't know. We got Trae Young back at it. Blake Griffin. Alley-oop. Duncan on Kevin McHale's head. I had to clip this. This was just nuts. Kevin McHale's laying on the back. He's begging for dear life. It's a 3-point game, 2-point game. Trae Young for 3. Bang. Oh, my God. Everything's happening too quick. They get the ball into Kevin McHale. They're moving the ball to Hudson. It's no good. Lou Hudson misses the shot for the lead. We got Blake Griffin in the post, 26 seconds, 1-point game. Gets the ball to Austin Reeves, out to Trae Young. Trae Young, crossover between the legs. He picks up his dribble. Left-hand layup is no good. Minnesota's got the ball. Down 1 with 10 seconds left. They get it to Lou Hudson. Takes a couple dribbles. Is he going for the last shot? For the win, step back midi, no good. And they got a foul. There's still 1.6 seconds left. Austin Reeves made both free throws. They got one shot to tie it. Out to Lou Hudson, wide open for 3. Oh my goodness, these buzzer beaters are ridiculous. Bro, Lou Hudson, March legend. My boy Lou Hudson. It's an OT now, though. We got OU, 1-point game, 26 seconds left. They're milking the clock. Coming to set him a screen. Trae Young in the pick-and-roll game. And he takes a wide-open left-handed layup for the 3-point lead. Minnesota's going to get another shot at this. Give it back to their man, Lou Hudson, over to Clark. Clark behind the back. Clark to the rack. Trae Young playing good D. And he gets the rebound. And he's dribbling. And he gets fouled from behind by Lou Hudson. That'll do it. 5-point game. And Lou Hudson's still jacking up threes, knocking them down. But OU, number 3 seed OU, is going to advance. Lou Hudson dropped 31, 6, and 10, by the way. But we got BYU, San Francisco. Jimmer dropped 36, but San Francisco defeats BYU. 15-seeded BYU, 2-seeded San Francisco, 92-85. Bill Russell puts together a nice little triple-double. And they squeak out the little 92-85 victory. We got Mitch Richmond coming in for K-State and 13-seed K-State. Mitch Richmond drops 22, but they do fall short to Michigan, 104-86. And a team effort by Michigan. You see Chris Webber putting in paint, dunking on them. Fab Five is in there. They got Juwan Howard. They got guys. They're pissed off after losing. And then UTEP beat Eastern Michigan just for the opportunity to get washed by UCLA. And UCLA has been a force all season. Overall, number 1 seed. Bill Walton running the floor, hitting Kareem. UCLA handles business, winning 122-76 against UTEP. Bruins had 7 guys in double figures, and Kevin Love dropped a nice 23-7. And now in the South, Gonzaga, Barry's, Pitt, Chet, Jalen Suggs, just too much. 100-73. Pitt was drained. 23-10 from Chet Holmgren, but it was too much for Pitt. They don't really have a ton of guys. I think Cam Johnson might have went there first. I don't know if that's wrong. I don't know. I saw him on there. I was a little confused. We got 7-seeded Arizona. 7 players in double figures for him. Nice little shot from Elliott. They're led by 19. points from Lowry Markkinen off the bench. 122 to 79 dub over Iowa. Kind of embarrassing. BJ Armstrong, they need Garza to be like a Hall of Fame mode. It ain't happening though. But in this game we got UConn, the Big East champs, out there playing their balls off. Kemba Walker throwing a oop up to Drummond, and they're just wiping the floor with South Carolina. 10-point game. It really wasn't a 10-point game. Alex English had 25, 6 assists. Ray Allen, Rudy Gay, Kemba Walker. They're battling. They knock them off. And we got a nice little game on our hands. St. John's and Notre Dame, 8 versus 9. We got Notre Dame coming through, up 3, giving the ball to Carr. Carr over to Bill Laimbeer with the right hook shot, and it's good. They take a 5-point lead. Minute left. Over to this dude, Laundry. Laundry with the pull-up. Laundry. Got Carr getting the ball to Adrian Dantley, who's probably their highest overall player in Notre Dame, and he smokes a layup, gets the rebound, goes back up, smokes another one. There's no smoking in this gym, Adrian. I don't know what you're doing, fool. We got a 3-point game. I don't know who this dude is and why he's got the ball, but he's shooting. Going up, and Bill Laimbeer gets the rebound. 3-point game, that'll probably do it. As Chris Mullen had a nice game. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks. Unless they're going to do something crazy here. Ron Artest for 3 is no good. And it's not going to be enough for Adrian Dantley and Notre Dame, who knock off St. John's 81-74. And despite a huge game from David Thompson, dropping 25, couple dunks, big plays, NC State gets smoked against Cal. Jaylen Brown dropped 27. Jason Kidd had a triple-double. This team is a legit contender. They finished second in the Pac-12 behind UCLA. They're 3 seed, and they're no joke. When's the last time Cal made the tournament in real life? That's a real question, but we got 3 minutes on the clock here. Houston's a 2 seed. They just bury that shot. Maryland knocks down that shot to cut it to take a 3-point lead. We got a 15 seed. Maryland, you would never see them as a 15, and they knock down a 3 to go up 6. 6-point game. They get the ball to Len Bias for 3. Is no good. And they put it back up. Maryland is just rolling. They've been getting buckets since I came in to watch. And somebody for Houston just scored. I don't know who 10 is. They throw an alley-oop. Houston's got a shot. Houston's got a chance. How do they respond from this alley-oop, you ask? Well, they throw a shittier alley-oop. And sometimes this game is hard to watch. And Houston goes down. But we got Isaiah Thomas in Indiana rolling past number 4 seed Indiana, rolling past Baylor 102 to 88. Eric Gordon, Isaiah Thomas, Victor Oladipo, they just kill. They kill them. I got nothing else for that game. Steph against Kentucky, they earned the right to play here. Steph is going off. He had 36, but it wasn't enough for Davidson, 16 seed, as they lost 110 to 80 against Kentucky. Devin Booker led them in scoring with 20. They're going to have a different leading scorer every game. Look at some of these guys. You got Boogie, you got AD, Rondo on the bench, Cat. This team's a squad. De'Aaron Fox. Steph Curry put on a show. He's a baller, but his teammates just aren't good. We got Utah, the number 6 seed, taking on Villanova. Jalen Brunson getting some work in transition. Keith Van Horn and Andre Miller were on the same page, both dropping a lot of points. Keith had 23, Andre Miller at 22 and 12. Utah wins by 18, 98 to 80. And yeah, most of these playing teams, they haven't had any luck. I think all 3 of them have gone down now. But it is what it is. Those guys are going to get on their podcast. They're going to joke. But they're not going to win this title. This matchup, we got Jason Williams throwing a die. I had to throw that in. Jason Williams, Chandler Parsons for 3 off the elbow. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. We got 7 seed Florida taking on 10 seed Oregon State. It was led by Gary Payton. It was an absolute monster in this game. They got AC Green in the corner. They got a couple other guys. That's Brent Barry, I think, who just knocked that shot down. But Gary Payton is a 99. We got a 1-point game with 35 seconds left. Florida's got it. Al Horford setting the screen for Bradley Beal. On the roll, Horford with a little jump shot. It's good. 27 seconds. AC Green into Payton. Payton out to Brent Barry. He's dribbling. Somebody's open. Gets the ball to Gary Payton. Gary down to the post. Over to AC Green for three. He ties it up. 14 seconds. Jason Williams dribbling. He's going to set this pick and roll like they always do. Same ass play. Every time Jason's dribbling the ball out. 1 second. Actually got a good look for Chandler Parsons, but it's no good. And this game's going to OT. You got 25 seconds left. Oregon State's got a 3-point lead. Jason Williams attacking. Gets the screen from Al Horford. They need a shot. They got 20 seconds. He throws a fancy looking pass to Chandler Parsons again, and Florida fans are going to be throwing toilet paper and eggs and death notes to Chandler Parsons' crib. He pulls up again, and he misses a third time as Gary Payton and Oregon State go on to get the win. Gary Payton drops 33 and 12. We got Marquette dominating on defense this next matchup. 5-seeded Marquette. They felt like they're underseeded. They're taking on a Big East rival Xavier. They know their opponent. D. Wade dominating this game. He had 23 points. Jimmy Butler had 22, and they win by 20. And they move on. Xavier just didn't have enough star power to hang with these guys. And that's what you need in this tournament. And you got Devin Vassell and Scotty Barnes going up against DeMar DeRozan and USC. Florida State 8-9 matchup. USC is the 8 seed. Florida State is the 9 seed. And this ends up being an 8-point game. DeMar and them go down. No Bronny. USC disappointing, just like this whole season for them, really. FSU gets a nice dub. You got Penny Hardaway, and Purdue really needs Zach Edey as they take a big L. D. Rose, Penny, and the American champs. Number 3 Memphis knock off 14 Purdue. A 10-point game. Shout out to Purdue for holding it down, but it's not going to be enough. Tennessee and Ohio State, 15 seed Tennessee. I mentioned that. Oh no! Wow, they go for the steal. Allen Houston goes for the steal. Ohio State's up 2. Tennessee, Bernard King is cooking in this game. Oh, wow, Mike Conley for 3. What a pass. Ohio State's pulling away. There's a lot going on in this video. So I appreciate all you guys for watching. Just say this at this point. We got some time to watch this game play out. You know, I was just starting up with this YouTube. I'm really looking to grind. I wanted to get this out for March Madness, and I think you guys will enjoy this. You can immerse yourself in this tournament. It might be a little hard to follow. There's a lot going on, but there's also a lot of games, so just bear with me. I don't mean to have a 40-minute video. I don't think that'll be regular, but definitely for this, I wanted to show a little something from every game. As that miss right there for Bernard King is probably going to do it. Allen Houston pulling up. He knocks it down. Pointless shot. 5-point game. Maybe they covered the spread. Tobias Harris dropped 28. Bernard King had 21, but they come up short by 5 points to Ohio State, led by Michael Redd with 29. And they did their thing. We're moving on. We got San Diego State with a 4-point lead. 13 seed San Diego State against Texas. Texas gets the steal. Moore out in transition. Spin move. Fade away looking layup. It's good. Texas down 2. Kawhi Leonard with the shots. No good. Kevin Durant cheesing through the whole team. Full court layup. 38 seconds. Texas has tied the game. They came back. Kawhi Leonard, 30 seconds. He's going to have to take this game in his own hands. He dumps to his teammate. Gets passed around. Malachi Flynn taking the screen. Kawhi Leonard with KD on him. Backing him down. KD's too weak. Kawhi with the layup to take the lead with 18 seconds left. Kawhi Leonard and San Diego State take the lead. Kevin Durant, we all know where this shot is coming from. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Durant in the lane, tough layup is good. 2.8 seconds is enough time for San Diego State to do something with it. They give it to Malachi Flynn. He gets a good mid-range shot, and it's no good. We're going to OT. We got Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, 2 of the best forwards in the NBA for the past 12 years. Whatever it's been, these guys have been dominating. But San Diego State is dominating OT, and Kawhi with the pull-up to extend the lead to 6 in overtime. It's It's going to be tough for KD to come back. Kawhi is in that mode right now. He can't be stopped. He's playing with the Raptors. Durant with a tough shot. Cuts the game to 3 points. Malachi Flynn taking the screen. He's looking to find Kawhi. Right back to Kawhi. San Diego State knows what they need to do to win this game. And Texas with the stop. They got a chance. Down 3. 25 seconds. Plenty of time. They get the ball into LaMarcus Aldridge to KD. KD goes up. No call. No rebound. They got a foul. And their coach is pissed. Malachi Flynn at the line. He missed the first, and he made the second to put him up 4. Kevin Durant, he had some of the crazier averages too, like in the Sims. We got more faking it out to Aldridge. Durant for 3. No good, and that'll do it. 4-point game. They foul again. Knocked down 1 free throw. But 5 points in 3 seconds. You might get a shot right here to cover, and they miss anyways. I don't know what the spreads are. Actually, Texas is probably a favorite, to be honest. But Texas gets the job done. Kawhi Leonard drops 25. Texas, Kevin Durant drops 24. And this last game, 1-seeded Carolina just completely wiped David Robinson and Navy. David Robinson had put up 23 and 10. Carolina had 8 guys in double figures, just dominating. Throwing alley-oops, just making highlight plays. And Carolina is going to advance to face Florida State in the second round. Here's a little update on this bracket. Got all the regions here. I didn't really give you guys a chance to look at it, but here we go. We're going to jump into some second round gameplay. We got Michigan State. That tied game right here. Magic over to Steve Smith. Over to Zach Randolph with the dunk. Michigan State goes up 2. The 5-4 matchup. 5-seed Michigan State. Get the ball back to Steve Smith. Uses the screen from Randolph. And Magic gets the ball back to Randolph. Another bucket. And we got the 4-5 matchup here. The winner of this matchup is going to be playing a 1 seed, which is LSU. Get Jason Richardson hitting Draymond. Out to Magic to extend the lead. Magic Johnson with the bank shot. It's good. It's a 6-point game. Cincy has yet to get a bucket. They got one in the last couple minutes. Over to Kenyon Martin. Out to Lance Stevenson for 3. Cuts it to a 1-point game. We got a game on our hands. They got to get the ball in. They got timeouts if they need them. When they foul, it looked like the ball was loose before the foul, but we got a 3-point game. They get the ball into Twyman. They don't give it to Oscar. Twyman. He probably shouldn't have shot that. He did not look like he wanted to make that. But Oscar drops 21 and 12, but it's not enough. Zebo, Magic, they dominate. Kyrie, Zion, and the Blue Devils continue to handle business. They win 119-69 against Arizona State and James Harden. Kyrie dropped 23 and 8 assists. Zion had a nice 20 points. It's that combo right there, that alley-oop combo. That's not even their full team either. Look at that score, man. We got another close game in LSU. LSU is up 4 this time. They're on the opposite end. We got Richardson for DePaul. Knocks down a 3. 9 seconds left. LSU is only up 1. They got to be smart here. They're finding themselves in some shit lately. DePaul and Indiana State. Oh, my. Pistol Pete misses the first free throw. Second free throw. That's up, and it's good. Pistol Pete gives them the 2-point lead. 8 seconds left. They got no timeouts. Rod Strickland bringing it up. Down 2. They got a layup. They got a dunk. Mark Aguirre to tie the game with 1.5. And LSU with 1.5 seconds left. Who are they going to give it to? They give it to Mahmoud Aruf. He gets a good look. Oh, my God. Game winner. LSU has got the clips of the century. Oh my goodness. LSU knocks down number 8 DePaul. Georgetown battling right here. Paul Pierce drops 26. Wilt Chamberlain drops 20. Joel Embiid has a nice game. They're too much for Iverson, Pat Ewing, and the Hoyas. As number 7 Kansas is going to upset Georgetown 113-105. We got a 2 seed down in Georgetown. We got a 1 seed surviving. On to the West region in the second round. We got CP3 And Wake Forest, number 12 seed, stays hot. They knock off Michigan 115-103, led by 30 from Tim Duncan, 8 rebounds. Chris Paul at 13 points and 18 assists. Darren Williams drops another 27 points. He leads the 11 seeded Illinois past number 3 Oklahoma. Reggie Miller and the boys are going off against UCLA. They got a lot of guys in double figures. Carmelo has a second straight 30-point tournament game, but number 8 Syracuse can't handle UCLA. They're not going to get it done. Kevin Love had a good game. Russell Westbrook had a good game. Reggie Miller, Kareem, Bill Walton. When those guys are all on, UCLA is hard to beat. Carmelo couldn't do it alone. You got Dave Bing chipped in, but just wasn't enough. We got 8.8 seconds. 3-point game. Louisville, can they do it again? 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. You need a 3. What the hell is wrong with this game? Oh my God. San Fran ends up getting the 3-point win. If you're a Louisville fan, I'm sorry. You got nothing to blame but this game. 2K. Donovan Mitchell drops 33, but it wasn't enough. 7 seed Louisville just dribbles the clock out, down 3 against San Fran. They hold on in weird fashion. UConn, they get the dub, 106-93. Kemba Walker drops 24. We're in the South now. That was the 4-5 in the South region. We got a 3-seeded Cal against 6-seeded Gonzaga, who scores, goes up 3 points. Got a minute 40 seconds left. Jalen Suggs driving, gets to the line, knocks down free throws. We got a minute left. Suggs with the ball again. They stop Cal. He gets it to Sabonis, and Sabonis knocks down the layup to give Gonzaga the lead. Jalen Suggs getting guarded toughly by Jaylen Brown. He does a mixed little spin move, gets in the lane, takes a 3-point lead. We got 30 seconds. Jaylen Brown answers right back with a spin move of his own. He's in the post. He uses his left with a nice little left hook shot for all the haters out there. They knock down some free throws, Gonzaga. Jason Kidd over to Jaylen Brown for 3. It's no good. They get a putback dunk, cut it to 1. They're going to foul again. 3-point game again. You still need a 3. You get it to Jaylen Brown. He takes an off-dribble fadeaway and another putback dunk and another foul. John Stockton with the second free throw. It's good. 3-point game again. You got to knock one of these threes down. You can't rely on putback dunks. We got Jason Kidd bringing it up. Over to Murray. Murray with the contested 3 is no good. They get another offensive rebound. Jaylen Brown from the hash mark swishes it. 1.8 seconds. Tie game. Jaylen Brown, 28 points off of that shot right there. We got overtime if Jalen Suggs doesn't hit it from 40 feet. Jalen Suggs, just like real life, gets the inbound from Ab Morrison, knocks down the 40-footer. Oh my goodness, Jalen Suggs drops 28. You got Anthony Davis, John Wall, the boys. Kentucky absolutely rolling through Maryland. Notre Dame, sorry. And it's a 6-point win. I guess they didn't roll them, but Anthony Davis dominated, 24 points. Arizona star-studded lineup takes care of Maryland, 10-point game. Despite Steve Francis scoring 28 and 7, it wasn't enough. The Wildcats are moving on. Marquette dribbling out the clock against San Diego State in the East. Kawhi Leonard scores 31, but San Diego State runs out of gas. They can't handle Marquette. Dwayne Wade scores 25, another solid game. Derrick Rose finishes this great season with Memphis. They take the L 117-93 against Utah. Andre Miller and Tom Chambers. They balled out. Kyle Kuzma cooked. He had 27 off the bench for the Utes. And Memphis, a little earlier loss than you'd expect, but this Utah team is for real. Memphis had a lot of wins in a shit conference, so, I mean, maybe they weren't supposed to be a 3 seed, but I thought D. Rose and Penny could get it done. But apparently they can't, and we got 9 seed Florida State getting it to Scotty Barnes, who has 24 and 12 and 8 assists against the Tar Heels, but they fail. They fall short to UNC 119-105. Michael Jordan was unstoppable. He dropped 42 points in the win. Finally having his breakout March Madness game. This is the second highest point total in this tournament, I think, besides Bird. Could be wrong. He sticks the tongue out. UNC's rolling on to the next. And for the final game of the round of 32, John Havlicek and Michael Redd go for 28, and 2-seed Ohio State kills 10-seed Oregon State by about 16. But I'm going to cut this video short here. Here's another look at the regions entering the Sweet 16. You can pause if you need to, but I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Part 2 is on the way, so be on the lookout for that, and peace.